What's going on, guys? My name is Dobrunsky, and today I'm going to try and cover a question that I get asked on almost every Diablo 2 stream that I've ever had, and that's what's the base weapon base to use to make rune words like Infinity or Insight on an Act 2 Mercenary. And guys, I think this video covers everything that you need to know, from non-ethereal weapon bases to ethereal, and then I count down my list of the top 5 polearm bases. So guys, I really hope you find this video useful and you enjoy it, but let's jump in. Before I count down the top polearm bases for an Act 2 Mercenary in Diablo 2, I should probably spend a little bit of time explaining why ethereal weapon bases are preferable to their non-eth counterparts. Any eth weapon provides an additional 50% enhanced damage and requires less strength and dexterity to use, meaning your mercenary can equip that weapon at an earlier level and do more damage. Mercenaries also do not use up durability points as well, making an eth weapon base far superior to a non-eth base. So now let's take a look at my list of the top 5 elite polearm bases for an Act 2 Mercenary in Diablo 2. Number 5. The Colossus Volge. The Colossus Volge does have some advantages in comparison to other polearm bases, but in my opinion the drawbacks to this base heavily outweigh the positives. The CV is one of the slowest weapon bases for an Act 2 Mercenary, and it comes with a whopping 200 strength requirement on an ethereal CV base. Most players are forced to use a helmet like Endariel's Visage in order to meet the strength requirement early in the game. The only real advantage to the CV is that Larzik will always provide you with a guaranteed 4 open sockets with his socket quest, allowing you to make a rune word like Infinity early on if you're really desperate. The CV also has one of the highest chances to roll 4 open sockets using the Herodric Cube's socket quest as well. Personally, I would roll a rune word like Insight in a Colossus Volge and save your burr runes to make Infinity and a faster attack speed weapon base, but I will leave that decision up to you. Number 4. The Cryptic Axe. The Cryptic Axe is essentially an improved Colossus Volge. It has a lower strength requirement, making it easier for your Merc to use, which lets you be less restrictive with your Mercenary's gear. The Cryptic Axe, however, rolls a maximum of 5 open sockets, so you will not be able to use the Larzik socket quest on it to get 4 open sockets to make a polearm rune word like Infinity. This is a bit of a trade-off. It's a little bit harder to roll the desired 4 open sockets for particular rune words. However, other powerful 5 open socket rune words like Obedience can be made in a Cryptic Axe that cannot be made in the Colossus Volge. The lower strength requirement and the ability to roll 5 open socket rune words, in my opinion, puts the Cryptic Axe one spot above the CV at number 4 on my list. Number 3. The Great Poleaxe. The Great Poleaxe is an excellent weapon base to use on an Act 2 Mercenary. It can roll up to 6 sockets, allowing you to forge a variety of rune words in it. Everything from Infinity to the Breath of the Dying can be rolled in this weapon base. The Great Poleaxe also has a faster attack speed than the Cryptic Axe and the Colossus Volge. However, the Great Poleaxe is one of the rarest polearm bases to find, and it's still a slower weapon base than number 2 and number 1 on my list, and that's ultimately why I placed this polearm in slot number 3. Number 2. The Giant Thresher. The Giant Thresher is one of the best polearm bases to use on an Act 2 Mercenary. It's tied as the number 1 fastest attacking polearm, and it can roll up to 6 open sockets, allowing multiple rune words to be rolled in it, similar to the Great Poleaxe. However, it's quite difficult to find an ethereal Giant Thresher, and the chance to roll up to 6 open sockets makes it harder to roll 4 open socket rune words like Infinity or Insight within this base. The Giant Thresher also has a very high dex requirement, making it hard for your Act 2 Mercenary to use it early in-game. The difficulty of rolling 4 open sockets and the high dex requirement, in my opinion, is why the Giant Thresher falls short of the number 1 slot for Act 2 Mercenary polearm bases. Number 1. The Thresher. In my opinion, the Thresher is the number 1 polearm for an Act 2 Mercenary in Diablo 2. The Thresher is one of the more easier weapon bases to find, and it also has a moderate strength and dex requirement, making it easier for your Act 2 Mercenary to equip. The Thresher is also tied with the Giant Thresher as the fastest attacking polearm in Diablo 2. The Thresher can only roll up to 5 open sockets, which is a disadvantage if you want to roll a 6 open socket rune word, but in all honesty, a rune word like Breath of the Dying is more suited for a slower attacking weapon base because of the 60% increased attack speed that the rune word provides. In my opinion, the fast attack speed, low strength and dex requirement, as well as it being one of the more common polearm bases in Diablo 2, makes the Thresher ultimately the #1 Act 2 polearm base in Diablo 2. Well guys, that covers my list of the top 5 polearm bases for an Act 2 Mercenary in Diablo 2. I hope that you found this video informative and you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section below if there's any other common Diablo 2 topics that you'd like me to make sort of like a beginner tutorial video on, because I do get asked a lot of basic questions all the time on stream and I love answering them for you guys. I love helping out newer Diablo 2 players, so I would love to know if there's any other video topics you'd like to discuss, so just let me know in the comment section below. With that being said guys, I hope you guys have a great day. If you can throw a thumbs up on this video, that'd be great. And even consider subscribing if you're new to my channel and you want to keep up on my Diablo 2 videos and my Diablo 2 streams. But guys, hope you have a great day and I'll catch you later.